What's up, YouTube? I'm back, and we doing some reaction videos. Alright, y'all, I am on my desktop. I'm using my MacBook with my monitor and my Xbox. We do not have a PC just yet. That is my goal, to work my way up to a PC, but until we get there, we're just gonna be recording these videos, doing reaction videos, and that's gonna be the motto. Alright, y'all, I got my new camera. My old camera fell in water, but we got a new camera set up right now, and that's why it looks so good. Like, look at my skin, it looks so good. But let me show y'all my setup. Let me show y'all. So we got the monitor right there, you know what I'm saying? We got the good old Bible right there, and then my Xbox is right there in the corner right there. You know what I'm saying? We got the controller that is broken. It's not gonna act up right now as I'm showing y'all, but this controller is broken, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and get a keyboard soon. But for now, we gonna use this, and my hand is so ashy, bro, but it's all right. But then we got OBS set up over here, and we are recording, so that is the best part about it. And yeah, I was gonna stream, but it lagged too much. Like, just my video, like, as y'all can see me right here right now, that part lags, and I don't really understand why. But the monitor portion of the video, of the stream, I mean, it does not lag. I don't know how to fix that. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't. So we're not even gonna worry about that. And this is the first video, the very first video where y'all see me without a tooth over here. Y'all gonna notice it, so I might as well just confront it now. Yes, I had to get it pulled out because it was rotten, sadly. But I mean, it didn't knock down my confidence because I still look good. I still look beautiful. Yes, I still look good. It actually boosted up my confidence, to be honest. I'll be honest. But I love it. Sometimes you can't see it when I smile, but my smile still look good. My smile still look good. You know what I'm saying? But alright. Let's see. Let's see what video we gonna react to. I really want to get a new keyboard, but I gotta focus on how I'm gonna be getting to this job that I have an interview on Monday. So I gotta worry about that first, and then I can worry about getting a new keyboard and all that. Think about just waiting until next month, you know what I'm saying, and then get a new keyboard. So for now, y'all might see the load bar of the video. Y'all gonna see that pop up a little too often, but I'm gonna try to make it go away as often as I can. But for the meantime, just work with me, what I got right now. And yeah, we're just gonna make everything work for now. Let's see. Let's see. I got a few videos right here that I can react to. Some of them already react to, but the video just did not work when I recorded it and stuff. But I can rewatch them. I mainly like first 48 videos, reacting to those, paternity court, what is it called? When they be like the detectives in interrogations. I'm trying to get into more stuff. I haven't put nothing in my reaction playlist on YouTube just yet, because I still got a lot of videos here. Like, see, I watched this already. Oh no, I didn't. That's 40 minutes. The Twisted. Let's see. You know what? We gonna watch this one. Alright, this the one we gonna watch. It's called A Killer Realizes Their Victim is Still Alive. A killer realizes their victim is still alive. Thought y'all was gonna get away with it, but no. You motherfuckers are caught. Yes, you are. But let's get into this video.
Do you know what happened to Adriana tonight?
No, I don't.
She talked to us. She said that you and Heather did this to her. So that's why we're talking to you two.
This is the
Look at
moment
that
Tina
scratch.
realized her murder victim was still alive. And to make things worse, her victim had just told the cops everything they needed to know to put her behind bars for the rest of her life.
We know what happened out there. It's just going to be a matter of getting fingerprints and evidence back. I'm going to do it. I promise to God.
Tina
don't
is currently
promise to
being
God?
interrogated over the
Don't
horrific
you
attack
got
of her
anything
friend
like
in
that?
Florida. Like most teenage fights, it apparently started because of a dispute over a guy. But this isn't the story that
Oh
she
my
and two
god. I literally reacted to a video yesterday. Sadly, that video is all messed up. And literally, a group of women killed another woman over a man. What is with these freaking women just killing each other over a man? Over a man. Girl, if you gotta fight another girl for a man, that man is not yours. Leave him alone. Don't go do shit in your head over no man. Don't uphold over a man. Don't fight a bitch over a man. You worth more than that. If a man not gonna show you that you his woman and you the only woman, leave him. God. It's the second video, the second day of me trying to do reaction videos, and I get a video about women shooting each other over a man.
other
gotta
suspects
do
would
better.
tell investigators in this extremely sick case.
Okay. Tina, you know, can I call you Tina?
Mhm.
Okay. Obviously know something's up. So tell me what happened tonight.
Nothing happened that I know of. Heather just said that something about Adriana got beat up real bad.
Okay. You don't know anything about that.
No.
See your arms and hands if I could. Okay. And what's this right here? That little scratch there.
She got
Yeah.
that
I have a puppy.
skinned under
Okay,
her
your puppy paws
nails.
up.
Look, I'm gonna move here.
Got your chin. Okay.
19-year-old Adriana had gone over to her neighbor's house to patch things up after an
And it's
argument, but she
always
had no
young
idea that
ladies.
fate was waiting for her. That neighbor was Tina Brown, and Adriana was walking straight into a trap. What started off as a fight quickly turned into something much worse, but according to Tina, she's got an alibi.
So where were you tonight?
At Heather's.
At Heather's house?
Heather said she was gonna cook, so I went down there. She was cooking fish and French fries, and then we just started watching movies.
You were there all night until the cops came up there?
Mm-hmm.
What time did you go over there?
And probably just started getting dark.
Okay, so about sunset. Was anybody over at Heather's house when you went over there?
Just Heather and her husband.
Heather, okay.
Did she peek at the camera?
Her and her little friend girls were at the house. She said she hurt her hand, so usually we get there and everything is all right. So I don't end up going with her, but she said she was going to the emergency room.
What time was that when they came by, you know? Was it long after you got there?
You know.
Okay, so early in the evening?
I don't know what time it was.
Oh, okay.
Why did the detectives
So about
blur
30
it
to
out?
45 minutes after sunset.
Tina's daughter, Brittany, was also at Heather's house at the time, but the problem here was that they, along with Tina, were the three main suspects in the case. The detective already knows there's bad blood between Tina and Adriana and spent some time discussing their friendship.
What has been going on between you and Adriana this week?
She been alive.
Actually, Adriana, me and Adriana were together today.
Okay, where were y'all
At
together?
my house.
Okay, what was going on there?
And we were just sitting there watching movies, trying to get my computer.
So you
pulled
watching
up where I
movies
can
with
get
somebody you don't
iTunes
get
and
along
watch
with?
movies.
Have y'all had any problems?
Oh yeah, we've had problems. The first 3 trailers, we've had problems for a long time.
What's the problems?
Well, lately the new problem is she thinks that I'm the one who had her boyfriend locked up in jail.
Okay, so she's mad at you thinking her Her boyfriend's locked up because of you.
Yeah, but we talked about it earlier today.
This would be one of several accusations that surrounded the four women. Tina's daughter Brittany also claimed Adriana slept with her boyfriend. But even so, Tina says there were no issues over the last few days.
And then me and her actually just started back talking today.
Okay.
Because I asked her this morning, what was I doing this morning? I was trying to make some phone calls, and I wanted to heat up some chicken. So I asked her would she put the church's chicken in her microwave, and she heated it up for me and brought it to my house.
Okay. Do you know what happened to Adriana tonight?
No, I don't. Heather just said she got beat up, but that's all I know.
A little bit more than that.
The detective is talking about the horrifying injuries covering Adriana's body, and despite her story,
It's like she's trying to
Tina
pin it on
knows
the other
exactly
girl
what happened.
by saying, yeah,
Tina,
that girl
Brittany,
told
and
me, that
Heather
girl
waited
told
for
me.
Adriana to arrive at Tina's house in Ensley before ambushing her with a taser and beating her down with a crowbar. The three then threw her in the
That's a
trunk of a
hammer.
car and drove her to a secluded patch of woodland where they set her on fire and then walked away. Clearly, they expected her to be dead. But Adriana not only survived this horrific attack, but managed to crawl to a nearby house and find help.
What the
She
hell?
did this with burns covering over 60% of her body.
How
None of
the
the suspects,
hell?
including Tina, know that she survived until the detective drops this bombshell.
We're not sure if she's gonna make it or not.
No, I don't.
Did she talk to us, or she talked to the people that came over to help her? She told them something. You know.
Why'd
she
you
told
say
them?
no, I don't?
Just imagine what's that.
She said that you and Heather did this to her. So that's why
Get
we're
that
talking
scratch.
to you
She
two.
said, oh shit, I'm caught.
But she said I called. She's been saying a lot of stuff lately.
Okay.
She said I called, because this is all stuff that we talked about today at my house.
Okay.
About my tire was stabbed.
Okay.
And I asked her if she did it. She said no. I mean, I couldn't prove she did it, so I didn't argue about it, fuss about it, or nothing.
But you thought she did it.
Just because of what people said. But
Did you hear about her
Can't go
window
off
getting
on-
busted out?
whose window?
Adriana's window
Just
getting
gonna
busted
say,
out.
can't go off what
Few
people
days
say,
ago.
but she already did.
You didn't hear about it?
No, sir, I didn't.
And you said tonight you were over at Heather and Darren's, right?
Yes, sir.
And you didn't go anywhere.
No.
Did anybody come over there while you were there?
He had somebody come over, but I didn't go out.
Who were they that came over?
He was dark skinned and he had braids.
Okay.
And then there's another guy, but I didn't know who that guy was.
Blockers sound familiar?
Yeah.
And did anybody else come over?
Yeah. White guy in a red truck.
You know who that was?
You know, he went out there and went outside and talked to him.
And what was Darren doing while y'all over there cooking? Anything?
Laid on the couch watching movies.
Is that pretty much what y'all were doing all the way until the cops came? Okay, so you, Darren, and Tina were sitting in the living room. Heather were sitting there in the living room watching movies. And when the cops knocked on the door, what'd y'all do?
We were sitting there.
Okay. Why didn't you answer the door?
It ain't my door.
Okay. So y'all sat there.
That's the
and
truth,
When
though.
the cops came, they didn't answer the door. And how long were y'all in there before you did
We
answer
thought
the
that,
door?
I guess the tape was going out because Adriana has a little boy that's kind of hyper. He said that little boy probably had got that taser and tased that little girl.
All right, but you were home all night. You didn't see any kind of disturbance going on over there before the cops came over there or anything?
No, we would have heard something.
Right now, Tina is starting to show signs of guilt. She's slumped over with her head hung down and avoiding eye contact, indicating she's very ashamed and regretful. Or at the very least,
'Cause she
sorry
called.
she's been caught.
'Cause
Whatever the
yeah,
case
she
may
know
be,
that
she
she
definitely
alive.
seems uncomfortable. But as the detective points out, it's definitely not for the right reasons.
You didn't go get anything or go anywhere at all?
No, I don't think so.
She can't even look at them when she say, I don't think so, I don't know,
Okay.
no.
You seem kind of
Like,
lackadaisical about this. I'm telling you that this woman is probably going to die and has named you as the person that's harmed her. It kind of, doesn't sit easy with me that you're just so nonchalant about this.
Cause she knows
talked
she
to
did
her
it.
today. I told her I never called DCFS on the kids.
Okay. Well, she's probably going to die is the word we're getting.
now she
We're concerned
crying
over that. And the
because
last
she
person
knows
she
she
said
called.
that did this to her is you and Heather. Okay? We're going to go out there. We know what happened out there. it's just going to be a matter of getting fingerprints and evidence back, okay?
Her
Once
body
again,
language
Tina
is
shows her
definitely
guilt,
showing,
this time by
like,
touching
damn.
her lips. This is often a telltale sign someone is lying and is trying to hide that fact by covering their mouth.
The reason we're here.
Basically, what she told the fireman was
She
that
keep
you two
doing it.
came and grabbed her.
Fireman? Say what now?
What she told the fireman was that you two came over and grabbed her, pulled her out of that house, beat her, and harmed her.
And nobody out there, the kids or nobody saw none of this.
Nobody saw it. We talked to
Lady
everybody in that
next door's
neighborhood.
kids are always outside.
We talked to everybody in the neighborhood.
And
You
didn't
saw them all
nobody
out
hear
there.
Nothing?
Nope. And
It
she's
sounds
saying
like
that
she
y'all
trying
did
to,
it.
like-
And we're sitting here talking to you, and then I'd certainly.
It sounds like she trying to, like, get somebody to be a witness. Like, what?
appreciate, and I know Tom appreciates that you're talking to us. But we gotta get to the bottom of this, and we gotta know what happened, the truth. And there are two choices here: either you're gonna tell us, or Heather's gonna tell us. So
Heather finna spill
Who's
the
doing
beans
bits?
before she died.
I didn't do anything to her.
Hopefully she
Okay.
survived.
and you were home all night.
Was at Heather's
But
house.
You were at
being
Heather's all
burned
night. Never left
alive.
there. Because see, the
It's
story
crazy.
between Heather and Darren is already shaky, and your story is a third version of what they've told us so far. It's a serious allegation. I mean, this is life changing,
The
and
third
somebody's life may end over
version,
this.
meaning
We're getting told
nobody
that
tells
she's
the
in
same
pretty
story.
critical condition at this point, and not likely to make it.
When Adriana was found, she reportedly told her rescuers that Tina had never expected her to make it out of the woods, let alone make it to safety. But despite her brave fight, Adriana died from her ordeal 16 days after her rescue.
I mean, she was just
Why
at my
is it
house
in
today.
days?
Why she didn't tell me? I've been blamed
Sheesh.
for a lot. Well,
She was fighting for
it's
real.
a cycle over there. It goes trailer 1, trailer 2, trailer 3,
Well, she didn't
trailer
do it
4.
to herself. Somebody did it to her.
Adriana been riding that bike all day today.
Okay, but somebody did it to her.
I didn't.
Okay,
I swear I
but she's saying you did it.
I didn't. Adriana been saying I did. I did
It may
a
be
lot
the
of
last
stuff.
thing she tells somebody. You know?
Tina, Heather, and Brittany were all found guilty of murder, with Tina believed to be
As
the
they should.
ringleader. Had Adriana not made it that day, these three killers could have escaped justice. But now Tina sits on death row, waiting for her day of execution. Detectives
damn.
often know exactly who the killers are right from the start, they just need to prove it. But sometimes things are different, like in this case, where the detectives realize they got things completely backwards, and their main suspect ends up revealing the shocking truth in the hunt for a missing girl.
Do you suspect?
Oh, so we in a
Sam and
different
any of
case.
The
I
guy
didn't
that,
see
was
this
interested
coming.
in her, and, some other guys that were interested in her, but they found out she had a boyfriend, they're friends now. I really couldn't see him doing it.
One afternoon in April 2006, 17-year-old Ashley left her home in Illinois with her boyfriend for an interview and a basketball game, saying she'd be back before 10:30. Ashley didn't return that night. Her terrified parents called the police, who found her boyfriend's vehicle abandoned with two outfits, one for the interview and one for the game. Adding up all the evidence, her boyfriend Jeremy was now the prime suspect and was taken in for questioning.
Has she been through any kind of trouble or trying times recently or anything like that?
Not recently. A while back, we had an abortion, though. And
How long was
probably December. It was a little bit before December.
that? How did she take that?
She was all right. I mean, it wasn't like horrible, like a bout of depression or anything. She's fine, and she's a lot better now.
How often do you see her?
Once a day, usually, and then on Tuesday nights we don't see each other because I got a designated party night with my buddies. So other than that, it's usually once a day.
Once a day. So I mean, you guys are pretty serious.
Yeah.
Been going out for how long now?
Almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in July.
What if somebody came up and said that that she had some marijuana in her room?
I'd be real surprised.
Okay.
I'd be
And
real
it- and
because
it-
she tells me everything.
What about possibly owing somebody in Cahokia some money for drugs? What about that?
I'd be really surprised.
Do you know the name Mike? That name sound familiar?
No.
Yes. The way he
A name
looked
comes up during the questioning that Jeremy
yeah,
has
he
never
knows.
heard before, and his reaction to hearing the new name is noticeable. This would be one of many men in Ashley's life that he doesn't know about, but there's one that remains familiar to Jeremy. 27-year-old Sam.
Do you suspect
Sam
anything
Shelton.
between Sam and Ashley?
No, I couldn't see it. I mean, I trust them both too much. I mean, I trust her so much more than him, you know, because it's my girlfriend. I don't think he would.
You should
ever do
always
anything
trust every
to harm
person
her,
that
you
you're
know.
around.
It's just, it doesn't seem like it's his nature.
If you
What
don't,
about it?
why they around?
You know, possibly not even harming, but what about if they were to, you know, if they were an item or something like that? Would you suspect that at all?
No.
The fight that you had Tuesday night, you were telling me that you guys had a little argument. What was that about?
It was because apparently I yelled at her or something and she didn't like it, and then she gave me all my stuff back, well, what she had, and said, you know, I want to break up with you. And I said, no, we talked it over and stuff, and you know, it was just all just, I don't know, just stress, because that's when she thought that she might be pregnant, and
Tuesday night again.
yeah, and she turns out she wasn't, and that was the stress of that, doing that, you know.
Do you know any friends that she might be with that you know, that good friends that she would hang out with, that she would go to their house or anything like that?
I can't see the ones that she would, their parents letting her, and not letting her parents know. There's no way that if she went to Brittany's house, there's no way Brittany's parents would, you know, not tell Ashley's parents. Or Christy's house, there's no way Christy's parents would not tell Ashley's parents, you know.
Who does she normally hang out with, like, there at school?
Christy and some other girls. I don't know their names because I never really met them outside of school, but she's played basketball with, I think, a couple of them that I haven't met, and I don't know their names. But other than that, just Christy's like the main one.
When Jeremy said Ashley went out of town to play basketball, the detectives wondered what it was that made her travel so far when there were basketball courts nearer her home. It turns out that the reason was Sam, and Jeremy was completely clueless about anything going on between them. Suddenly, police have a brand new suspect.
How long have you known Sam?
I was probably sophomore in high school, I want to
Or
say.
do he really
When you
know?
met him, he was a teacher.
I'm just playing them.
I'm pretty sure he was a teacher over in St. Louis. I think he was doing something with kids. And then he was also doing wrestling stuff. He plays a lot of sports. So,
No, does he?
yeah.
What's he like? What's he?
He's just your all-around average, you know, guy. I mean, loves to party and, you know, loves to teach. That's like his main goal. But he's just average. I mean, there's nothing special or unique about him. Just easygoing guy.
But as far as like physical abuse at the house,
No.
have you ever seen anything like that? Have you ever seen any marks on her or anything like that?
No.
Bruises or
He's
anything?
being
Has she told you
questioned like
anything
he's
like
not
that,
a
or-
suspect.
Okay.
I know she's runs into walls a lot, like literally. I mean, she's got kind of. I've seen her do it. Not like, you know, she says that she runs into walls, but I've seen her because I don't know if you want to call it she's blonde or whatever, but yeah, it's not like a continuous thing. I've just seen her do it a couple times. But that
What's her
would-
mom like?
her mom, she's real nice. I mean, she's raising two girls and, you know, dealing with Mike, but
What's he like? What's he?
he's good. I mean, he's a good dad. I mean, he loves them both those kids to death.
After pressing him for nearly an hour, it slowly became clear to detectives that Jeremy had nothing to do with his girlfriend's disappearance. But he had given them vital information about her 27-year-old basketball friend. Sam was a teacher at a rival school, and his number was found in Ashley's phone. It turns out they made an awful lot of phone calls to each other, so this time he was brought in for questioning. In a story we've all heard before, Sam started out by claiming their relationship was friendship and nothing more.
Well, I'd give her like a hug goodbye. I would do that. That's not sexual, is it? Give someone a hug goodbye. I think she kind of started becoming obsessed with me. Because like I said, she was calling me literally nonstop at times.
But after being confronted with the testimony of Ashley's friends, he changed his story.
I will say this, we never kissed. We never kissed. Yes, we did have sex in the back of the vehicle there, and after
But
that
y'all
day,
just
I
friends.
felt absolutely terrible about that.
Sam changed his story several times during the course of the questioning, and it was becoming clear to detectives he knew more than he was saying about Ashley's disappearance. The detective needs to break down the barrier that Sam has created, and in order to do that, they try to guilt him into a confession. They're going to use his most loved family members against him as a way of making him crumble.
Grandma's not here. I know.
Your mom's not here.
No,
But you know what? In a way they are. Because everything they taught you, all the talks Grandma had with you, are within you. All of them are. And unfortunately right now, Sam, you ain't telling us the truth.
Can I go show you a text?
Please. She's still out there, Sam? She is. And where's it at?
I have to show you.
It took these detectives an agonizing 12 hours to crack Sam, but he
12
finally admitted to
hours?
being responsible for Ashley's disappearance.
God damn.
He told police that he got Ashley in a chokehold during the argument and heard her neck snap. He decided to make it look like she had been strangled, so he choked her again, and she became lifeless when he left the scene. Sam thought after 30 hours she would be long dead, and he was taking the police to find her body. But by some miracle, Ashley was found barely alive. It took her weeks to wake up from the coma she had slipped into, and
dang.
even longer to heal the psychological wounds. But she was able to testify against Sam and live to see him sentenced to 20
dang.
years for her attempted
didn't see
murder.
that coming.
If you enjoy true crime videos
That
like
was a
this,
plot
make sure you're
twist.
subscribed to see more.
That was a plot twist. What the heck? I didn't expect her to be alive. I thought she was gonna be dead. But, woo, W videos. Watch who y'all be friends with. Can't be just trusting anybody. If you don't trust somebody and they around you and you hanging out with them, fuck all the fun that y'all be having. Fuck all the good conversation y'all be having. If you cannot trust that person, all that does not matter. Adios. Tell them bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Alright, y'all. But that's gonna be the end of this reaction video. Guess what? There will be some more videos though. Stay tuned. Make sure you hit that likes button, that subscribe button, and hit the comments if you want to. Turn on the post notification. Alright. Peace.